All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my show. My name's Russell. Today I've got an update for you on the Bitcoin price. We have got some incredible news. I've got some price targets for you guys, which I think you might find quite interesting. But let's start off first with what's going on today. So this weekend we had a small little bit of sideways action, extremely boring. I'm sure for anyone who was doing Bitcoin day trading, most probably fell asleep in front of their computers. Now early this morning, Monday morning, we've had a little bit of a dip. Which is normal because normally what happens is the CME futures close on Friday at probably 5 o'clock, whatever the case is. And then normally Monday morning, whatever the price action did over the weekend, they actually bring it back or push it back up to where the price was previously before the weekend started. But let's get into the price action real quick. So what's going on here? We've got this descending wedge, excuse me, which has been forming for quite a while now. It actually started been 109 days since this pattern has been playing out. Descending wedge, the first one before this started playing out, played out quite nicely. It reached the target, which was the top of the falling wedge, and then some extra gains as well was had after that. So what's happening next year? We've got this descending wedge, which is an even bigger falling wedge, and what a lot of people are thinking is that this is not going to play out the way everyone wants it to play out, which would obviously be a pump towards the upside. So what people are saying is that we're going to have huge downsides, potentially all the way down to 29,000, and some people even calling the bottom of $20,000, which is possible. I mean, this is cryptocurrency. I wouldn't put it past Bitcoin to have another drop. But for the most part, I'm going to say that that's not going to be happening. And why do I say this? Well, let's have a look. This falling wedge right here has a price target of $66,200. And that is going to be playing out pretty soon. I mean, if I have to look at it right now, we can actually see that we did break out of this falling wedge. We have had the confirmation right here at about $36,750. And now because of the weekend, we came back down to retest it because I'm assuming this was on Friday. Indeed, it was 28th of January, it was Friday. So we had a tiny little pump over the weekend, came back down to meet where we finished off on Friday, and now we're actually busy pumping again. Well, I won't say pumping, now we're having a little small correction back towards the upside. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in. Folks, you're not going to believe me. Well, a lot of you won't believe me, and a lot of you are going to be laughing at me, which is perfectly fine because this is all just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And you are all entitled to your opinions as well. But nevertheless, here's my price target. For the short term, I'm going to say it's $66,500, and that's going to happen, I'd say, maximum of a month. Not even a month. Call it 3 weeks max, and then we should be seeing $66,500. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, this is where things start getting interesting. Once you reach price target of $66,500, we are actually going to be pumping to $102,400. And as ludicrous as that might seem, there is some reason behind my ludicrousness, my crazy thoughts, and let's get into it. So how are we going to get to this $102,000? Well, if we have to go back in the chart and we have a look here at this little pattern here, this you can call a bullish pendant. How a bullish pendant works is you'll take the top of the price target and then you'll bring it all the way down to where the pulse to where the move started, which would be over there more or less, and then you can take that up and bring it up to where the point of the breakout is, to right around there, and that would be the breakout was around 31,150, and then our price target obviously would be $101,000 or $103,000, somewhere around there. So that is a price target for the short to mid-term. Actually, the short term. That month is definitely not mid-term. So call it short term. I'd say $102,000. And ladies and gentlemen, that's not it. If you thought that was some good news, I have something even better for you. Our price target beyond that is between 188,000 and 195,000. Now you're going to be seeing, geez, this guy, Moon Boy, doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just drawing a bunch of lines on the charts and he's not sure actually what he's doing. Well, a lot of you might say that, but what I'm going to show you is a little bit of confluence on the charts, which would actually show that that is exactly where we are going. All right, so let's start off with the first move right here, which would be this orange line right here, which I've drawn over here. Where does this line come from? No, it's not just a random line which I decided to draw there and now I'm calling it a price target. Definitely not. Let's go to the daily candles over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out a little bit, just give us some space to work with. And then again, okay, there's a thing called a move called AB equals CD, which is the analysis which I'm going with for this move in anyway. And that would be from the bottom of the move here at $12,385 all the way to the top of this move, which was 61,600. And if you had to take that and then you place it right here at the bottom of the next move, which would be which would be in between A and B. And then as you can see, beautiful move up to $188,000. Now, if you think that that sounds illogical, impossible, or just not going to happen in your opinion, well, let me try and give you some confluence, try and give you a better idea of how we're going to get there. So you see this, there's another green line here, this one right here. Where is this line coming from? Well, let's go a little bit further back in the chart so we can actually get some more, a better idea of exactly where we're going with this. So this green line here, bang, also gives us the same price target of between $180,000 and call it $200,000. And how did I get this? Well, this formation is a little bit easier to predict. I had to go quite far back in the charts to actually see what's going on here. And boom, there we go. For anyone who knows anything about technical analysis, you can actually quite easily see that right here we have got a ascending triangle. And what is the price target of this ascending triangle, you ask? Well, let's have a look. If we would see right here, we brought the green line back to down here. I'm just going to put it more or less there. And then we've got that little bit of a discrepancy over there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that because there's a blow off top over here, which I'm going to half include if you'd like to put it like that. And then we're going to put it on the top of the breakout point right there, and bang, there is your answer. $191,000 is the next price target. Now, you guys might think that it's not really possible, it's not going to happen, doesn't really look too realistic. Well, what if I had to show you that this actually happened in the past? Not just similar, but exactly what happened in the past. Let's go back even further in time. So let's go all the way back down here. Okay, what's happening here? All right, so is it possible to call the top? A lot of people would say no. I would say yes. Not entirely to the dollar, but you can get a pretty good idea of where the top is. How do we do this? Well, as I showed you previously, there's the ascending triangle, and I gave you my price target of $190,000. And what makes me so confident that this is going to play out? Well, let's have a look here. Back in July 2013, August 2013, I do want to call it, we had also an ascending triangle forming. This was not the prettiest one, but I'm going to use my imagination here. And then the price target here would have been like that, which is boom, put that on top there for the breakout. And then you'd see here, perfect, we met the price target perfectly. Coincidence? I think not. And if you think it's still coincidence, let's carry on going. So we then go to the bigger triangle, bigger ascending triangle, which was also forming. Also, it's the same triangle, but it's like, it kind of works in stages. So you have your first top of your triangle, and then you have a bigger top of your triangle, making the overall move a lot bigger as well. So let's see how that one played out. Again, we've got a little discrepancy there of that little top, which I'm not going to include for the point of this video, just trying to get a rough idea of where we're heading. So I'll take this, bang, from the top to the bottom, more or less. Like I said, it's not exact, but I mean, I took an average, which was right there. And then you bring it up to the breakout point, which is over here, bang as a mash, and boom. There you just got the top of the 2017 cycle. So, I mean, make that what you want. I have put quite a lot of time and effort into going through the charts and finding out exactly what is worthwhile, what could work, what couldn't work, and what is absolute nonsense and irrational. And for me, this is the most rational, easiest thing I could come up with. And I mean, look, it's either a price target of $180,000, $190,000, Or you could go with the Barry scenario, which is quite easy one. You just go there, we're going to call this an M, and we'll bring the price target down to bang. And then you have a price target of $12,698. So I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. I hope you found this video informative and interesting at least. If you do like it, please give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and please consider subscribing if you found it informative.